I didn't sleep that night. Not even for a minute. I stayed there, sitting in the dark, holding my phone. Waiting. For something I couldn't explain. My eyes were open, but my mind was somewhere else. Replaying the voice. My voice. But older. Tired. Broken. I remember every detail. The way it said my name. Not like someone discovering it, but like someone who had carried it for years. Like someone who had lived my life and lost something inside it. I told myself it wasn't real. It couldn't be real. Things like that don't happen. Not to people like me. Not in real life. But the memory didn't fade. It stayed. Clear. Sharp. Alive. Every second of it felt preserved. Like it had been recorded somewhere deeper than memory. Somewhere permanent. Morning came slowly. Light entered the room without asking permission. It slid across the walls. Across the floor. Across my face. Everything looked normal. Exactly the same. The walls. The floor. The window. But something inside me had changed. I could feel it. Like a crack. Invisible. But real. Like something had split quietly in the night. And now I could never go back to before. I reached for my phone. Slowly. Carefully. Like it could hurt me. The screen was black. Silent. Empty. No missed calls. No messages. Nothing. For a moment, I felt relief. Maybe it was over. Maybe it was just a dream. Maybe my mind created it. To protect me. Or to warn me. I didn't know which was worse. I unlocked the screen again. Call history. Nothing. No unknown number. No private ID. No trace. As if it had never happened. That scared me more than the call itself. Because if there was no record, then where did it come from? I sat up slowly. My legs felt heavy. Like they didn't belong to me. Like I had stepped into a version of myself that wasn't fully connected. I walked to the window. The city was awake. People moving. Cars passing. Life continuing. Like nothing happened. Like I wasn't standing there. Like I didn't hear my future. I watched a woman cross the street. A man checking his watch. A bus stopping at the corner. Normal life. I wondered how many of them believed time was stable. Linear. Safe. I looked at my reflection in the glass. It looked like me. But it didn't feel like me. My eyes searched for something different. Something altered. I tried to remember who I was yesterday. Before the call. Before the voice. Before everything changed. But it felt far away. Like another person. Like another life. Like I had already started becoming her. Then I realized something. The voice didn't sound surprised. It sounded certain. Calm. Controlled. Like it already knew what would happen. Like it had already lived this moment. Which meant one thing. It wasn't guessing. It was remembering. And that thought terrified me. Because if it was remembering, then my future already existed. Somewhere. Waiting. Watching. Living. I looked down at my phone again. And for the first time, I wasn't waiting for a call. I was afraid of one. Because next time, it might say more. It might tell me what happens, who I lose, what I do, what I become. And I wasn't sure I wanted to hear it. I wasn't sure I was ready. But deep inside, I knew something. This wasn't over. This was only the beginning. And somewhere, somehow, she was still there, waiting for me to become her. I moved away from the window. The apartment suddenly felt smaller, like the walls were closer, like the air had thickened. I walked into the kitchen, turned on the light. The sound of the switch clicking felt too loud. I poured water into a glass. My hand trembled slightly. I hadn't noticed it before. But now my body was reacting before my thoughts. Like it understood the danger before I did. I checked the phone again. Nothing. I placed it face down on the table. Then immediately turned it face up again. I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to see it. Both feelings existed at the same time. That's when I started asking the real question. If she was me, then why didn't she stop it? Why didn't she tell me everything? Why speak in fragments? Why warn me instead of explaining? Unless she couldn't. Unless something was limiting her. Or listening. The idea made my chest tighten. What if the call wasn't private? What if something else was part of this? Something bigger than just me. The phone vibrated. I froze. A short vibration. Not a call. Just a notification. I stared at the screen. No name. No number. Just one line of text. You are closer than you think. My breath stopped. The message disappeared. Gone. No notification history. No thread. No proof. But I saw it. I know what I saw. You are closer than you think. Closer to what? Closer to becoming her? Closer to the event she warned me about? Closer to something I don't even know exists yet? My heart began to beat faster. Not panic. Not yet. But awareness. Something was unfolding. And I was already inside it. Day 2 wasn't about understanding. It was about realization. Time wasn't moving forward. It was folding. And I was standing at the crease. And somewhere in that fold, she was waiting, watching, remembering.